What's up guys, Tommy Bennett here, and today I'm gonna take you guys through the ultimate beginner guide to freestyle. I wanna be able to show you some tips and tricks that you can use outside of the park to build your confidence and your skills, and then we're gonna take that into the park. We're also gonna go and discuss, hey, how does the park flow and operate and etiquette so we can break all that stuff down so when you go in there, you know what you're doing. Because I want you guys to progress and have a great time. So, let's get it. All right, so the first thing I wanna teach you guys is certain body positions, but heck, let's have fun with it. So I'm gonna teach you guys some tricks that's gonna make those body positions feel way better. So we're gonna learn how to do an ollie, a nollie, a tail press, and a nose press. And then these are things that we can work on outside of the park, and then we can bring them in. So let's do it. So the first thing we're gonna do is a simple ollie. All right, so here it is. Gonna bring this knee up, then this knee. It's gotta look like 1, 2. Notice that I'm keeping my chest up and I'm being able to land both feet at the same time. Pretty cool, right? Now, I want you guys to do the opposite, which would be essentially the same sequence in opposition. So we're gonna do what is called a nollie. That's gonna be off your nose of your snowboard. Same thing, I'm looking where I'm going, being able to pop. Okay. After that, I want you guys to practice some tail presses. So we're gonna lean back on our tail, bring our lead knee up, and just try to find the balance point and feel good about it. Even if it's just a little bit, that's totally okay. Next, we're gonna do a nose press. Same thing, we're gonna shift our weight forward and look where we're going. So those are just some basic tricks that we can learn at the top of the chairlift before we even get into the park. That's gonna start building your awareness of how to use your body, both moving forward and backwards and being able to jump. So another little bonus for you is be able to pop. If you pop, it means you're taking off at both feet at the same time, just like this. So we have a lot of options, and if you've never been in a park, that's where I want you to start. Looking uphill, make sure we don't get murked. All right, first, you guys are feeling pretty awesome about doing some ollies, nollies, pops, and that fun stuff, stationary, I got you, I got him. Once you guys are feeling really good about doing ollies, nollies, tail presses, and nose presses, we're gonna start doing it while moving. Now, I don't expect you guys to go super fast. Let's just get super comfortable while moving. So start slow, and then when you're feeling pretty awesome, then you can incorporate going a little faster. Sound good? All right, give it a shot. I want you guys to do about maybe like 5 to 10 of each of those. So it'll be 5 ollies, 5 nollies, the tail presses, and the nose presses, and you'll start feeling good. All right, cool. All right, cool, moving on. Once you're feeling pretty good about your ollieing, popping, what I want you to do is go scope the mountain and try to find little rollers and start jumping off of them. One big thing that I want you to keep an eye on is as you're jumping, make sure your eyes are looking where you're going. You bring your knees up to you and you keep your chest tall. That body position is gonna make it so much easier for you to maintain balance in the air, which means you're gonna be in a better position to land. So try all of these things before ever going into the park to make sure you're feeling great. All right. I think it's time to go to the park. What do you think?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Woo! So a big part of snowboarding is being able to do tricks and add grabs. So what you just saw there is I was able to find some really fun side hits, and I was able to slowly build up my skills and start adding some stuff. So on the first attempt, I simply kept my chest up and brought my knees up to me. The next jump, kept my chest up, I brought my knees up, and then I simply grabbed with my hand. Now, I'm not trying to reach down to grab it. I want to bring my knees up and then grab my board. That's a big deal because if you reach for it, you're gonna fall over and crash, and that's not fun. And then after that, I was able to really show my creative expression by grabbing the board and tweaking it, but you can use that as like a 3-step process. Obviously, you don't have to do it 3 in a row, but you can do the air first, add a grab, and then tweak the grab. So that's something that you can work on outside of the park. And then we go hit a jump, and we have so much experience doing it out here that it's gonna feel way easier doing that in the park. Pretty cool, right? All right, let's keep riding, right?
Let's get it.
Let's go. Woo. All right, guys, so we're here at the park. Now we can take all the skills that we just learned out there and take them into the park so we're feeling really good. But I want you to do me a favor first. I want you to go through the park and just scope out the features. A lot of the times the parks are super creative and you're not sure what's after the feature. So go through the park and just go scope out the features so that you know what's after it and you know how to hit it the next time you come in. And then what you can do is if there's a feature in here that you want to hit, you can think about it and replicate it out here on the main hill and then bring that thought and that skill into the park next. Okay. All right, so after you've done your run going through the park and scoping it out, you want to find features that are going to be appropriate for you. So there's these things called disco boxes or just boxes, and they're really big, wide plastic boxes. So when you hit those, what you want to do is make sure that your eyes are staying at the end of the rail, your weight is super even, so you're not leaning on your toes, your heels, your nose, your tail, and you're staying nice and strong. Keep your chest up, keep your eyes at the end of the rail, and you'll feel amazing. That's going to be a big thing. After that, as you start feeling good on that big wide box, you want to find features that get more narrow or get longer, and you just apply the same principle to a new feature. All right, now let's actually go snowboarding. All right, so now the sickest thing about freestyle is we can take everything else that we just learned from ollies, nollies, side hits, and rails, and we can apply them to this jump that we have here. So when you're going into a jump, obviously you should have scoped it already so you know how big it is, but you're trying to find an appropriate size for your confidence and your skill level. Now remember, we gotta manage our speed so we don't go too big or too little. After that, we gotta make sure that we're in a nice, strong, stacked position. As I go into the feature, I'm taking enough speed checks. As the jump starts to go up, I wanna make sure that I'm like flat-footed, and then I'm gonna go in the air, and as I'm in the air, I'm gonna bring my knees up and keep my chest tall so that I feel like nice and strong. Looking at the landing, and then I ride away. If it's super icy in the landing, make sure you're able to like ride through the ice and then stop where it's like soft because you don't wanna get bodied. As we get into the park, there's gonna be a lot of people that are funneled into one little zone. So make sure you're calling your drop, and if you're not calling your drop, that you're having that communication with somebody, you can just look at them and nod like I'm going, you're going, point at them. But just make sure you have like some form of communication as you're dropping, just so you guys aren't running into each other, and it will make life so much better. So we're gonna send it. If you'll notice around me, there's a lot going on, and the terrain park will have its own little flow. Now, if you're the main guy who's just ripping through, you do have right away, but you'll see a lot of people are hiking from the side. If you're gonna be hiking from the side, make sure you look up, you see if anybody's coming, then enter the run or hit the feature. If you're blind to that and you just come in, you could be cutting somebody off, but more dangerously, you could be cutting somebody off and then getting taken out, and you could hurt yourself or someone else, so not super awesome. So I hope you guys like that progression. Again, what's sick about it is you can learn all these skills outside of the park and then take them into the park. So comment below and let me know if I missed anything or there's anything else you guys want to add. I also have some merch down below, so I got some hoodies and some stickers down below, so go check that out. Make sure you subscribe, put the little bell thing on, and thanks. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Woo! And by the way, look at this guy. The ski doctor right here. I have linked his Instagram and his website. You have a website?
Yeah.
Okay, Instagram, website is linked below. This guy has a mobile tuning service. If you're in Colorado, like the Denver, Summit County area, or if you're traveling here, go scope out his stuff. He'll actually go to your house. What you're saying?
Go to your house, your car, wherever you are. Come tune your stuff. So hit me up. I'll be around. Later, guys.